This is a very humbling process. The croissants are leaking butter. I hope it's just a little bit of butter, but honestly, I'm fucked. I'm on my second batch of croissants and I still haven't even gotten one croissant that's making my heart happy. I've gotten 2 batches, which I'd rate 4 out of 10. The first ones looked horrible, they tasted decent. The second ones, when I was rolling them, I was so excited because I was like, wow, this is the batch, this is the batch. And like 15 minutes in, I looked in the oven and I was like, this is not gonna be the batch. Put them out and there was 0 air in them, 0 fluff, horrible. It was just really bad. So I'm on my 3rd batch right now. Let's see if I can knock this out. What am I gonna do different? This time, I'm gonna be more conscious about letting the dough sit more because I kind of rushed it a little bit thinking like, 10 minutes is good, 5 minutes is good, when the recipe is calling for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And you can't just bypass that. So I learned the hard way. This time, I'm gonna be more patient, more centered, and I'm gonna let the dough rest. 240. All right, dough sat overnight. This is it, a beautiful dough. I'm gonna cut it up and roll it. First, I'm gonna get a pan ready with some hot water. I'm gonna make a giant croissant. This one's gonna be too big. All right, so I didn't shape these ones as good. It's okay. Got some extra dough here. Gonna roll them. All right, so these are the croissants. I can see the layers right there. You can see the layers over here. They're just like, it's a little crusty shaping, but they're still gonna taste good. This one looks beautiful. So these look way better than when I first started rolling them. So that's good. That one looks perfect. That one looks excellent. Man, all these layers right now is crazy. So I'm gonna just put them, let them sit in the oven right now because this is gonna simmer. And then I'm gonna put this in the oven and put them in and let them rise. Once they rise, we should be good. All right, croissants are resting in the oven for 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes. I want them rise. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Hopefully they do that. And then I can just go ahead and hit the bake button. And 25 minutes after that, I might have a croissant that's decent. It's crazy because I've been saying this, but you don't know. It's crazy because you don't really know if you're doing it right until after the baking's done. So it's like this like strenuous 2-day process. And then 2 days later, you find out if you made a mistake really early on. So that's what makes this like so difficult and frustrating, but at the same time, fun and exciting is like the build-up, the suspense of like, are they gonna be good? Are they gonna be good? So I don't know, we'll see. All right, so they look like they're done proofing. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm a little anxious. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they look airy. See that? Some of them are leaking butter already. I'm gonna use my finger because I don't have a brush, believe it or not. This is not the right way, but I don't want to fill this part with egg. I just want it on the top right here in these little rings. Someone on YouTube is gonna give me shit for doing this. It's okay. It's all part of the pot. I should order a brush though. That one's like more like a cinnamon roll-esque. All right. These are them. We'll see what happens. My theory is the butter is gonna leak out. All right, so the croissants are leaking butter. I hope it's just a little bit of butter, but honestly, I'm fucked. This is not the batch either. I gotta figure it out. I don't know why they're leaking the butter, so I'm gonna do some research and figure that out, see what I'm doing wrong. I think the dough isn't strong enough because even before I put the croissants in, or while I was shaping them, I noticed that the butter was so close to the surface of the dough. So I think I'm doing something where the butter's breaking through, or I'm not 100% sure, but they look better, they look puffier this time, so I know I did something right. So I'm gonna notate all this, and hopefully for the next batch I can figure it out. But let's see how these come out. We'll still do a final rating for the croissant. All right, switch is happening. Okay, so not as much butter leaking as I thought, which is a really good thing. Rack. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. Oh my God. 4 minutes until they're done, and crossing my fingers, but they look great. Some butter leaked out, but not all of the butter. It's just little splotches of butter, which I think is super normal. They have great shape. This might be my first decent batch on my third batch. So I'm kind of excited. I don't want to get too excited because when I pull them out, they might be, they might taste horrible. But there, I'm getting some nice browning. I mean, I see a ton of layers on them. They look puffy, which is what I want. This might be my first decent batch. I'm gonna leave it there for right now. We'll see. All right, they're coming out. It's not as much brown as I want, but it's okay. They'll have to do because I don't want to risk burning them. Oh wow, perfect. They look great. So like, as you can see, there's butter in the pan, but it's not like a lot, it's just a little bit. They have a good texture. Let me lower this so you can see. Nice and crispy on that outside layer. This one looks beautiful. This one looks beautiful. That one wasn't shaped properly. It's still gonna taste great. Nice and airy, man. This is crazy. Turning off the oven. Perfect, man. So this looks like my best batch yet. We'll see how it tastes. I'm gonna put them on a rack for like 5-10 minutes and eat them. Very, very airy. Like a lot of air in here. Like I can put my finger in there. It's like literally so airy and light. I don't know if that's like right. Like I said, bottom was not burned. I thought it was gonna burn a little bit. It just got like this perfect crispiness in the bottom. I mean, I'll show you a couple of them. Here's another one. So same thing, very airy. So I can tell I let it sit enough. This is just layers of air, and it's so, if I go like that, tastes so good. Here's another one. I mean, this one's still airy and like, should I break it? I'm gonna break it. I mean, let me cut one in half appropriately. All right, that's the inside of it. So the inside doesn't look cooked all the way of this one. Should I have let him cook more? I don't know. I'm gonna try eating it. This is my best batch so far. Getting a crunch, getting the softness. It is airy. It's not as like poofy in the middle. On the outside though, there's a lot of air. In the middle, it felt way more dense. I don't know if I need to cook it longer. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. So, obviously the best batch I've ever made. Very airy, good flavor. The butter was really held together actually, way more than I thought. The middle is still doughy. So maybe more cook time? I gotta do some research and find that out. 5 out of 10, a solid 5 out of 10. I'm not dissatisfied. I am happy with this batch. Well, wait. This one's a 6 out of 10. The middle's cooked. The middle's airy. My heart is so happy right now. Not my physical heart. It doesn't like all this butter. But this is so good.